All right, guys, welcome to another Epstein reactionary slash file digging. See, that's what I say. That's what I say in the beginning of my videos. Okay, reaction. Do you guys know what reaction means? I'm getting a lot of hate comments, okay, of people sitting there saying that I'm pausing the video and I'm being overly dramatic, that, I'm pretending to listen, I'm trying to be entertaining, okay? And reactionary videos means commentary. That I got to add commentary in order to make it my own, to make it more original, right? I'm surprised I got to like explain that. But anyway, we are going to be looking at an interview of Piers Morgan rage quitting against a kick streamer. I have never heard of this dude. I have not watched the interview yet. In fact, let me pull it up right here. So his name is HS Tiki Taki, real name Harrison James. He's basically a crypto and finance bro slash fitness, and he does controversial dating content on TikTok. So I'm gonna assume that he's like red pill content. So let's get into it.
I can't hear you now.
Can you hear me now or not?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's just pick it up. I'm just curious why you did the show. Did you not know Louis Theroux? Did you think it would be something else? Are you pleased with the way you came over?
So I had no idea who Louis Theroux was. Obviously now I know he's a great documentarian. I can't see you now. Again, bro, what is this? I can see you now. The morning that he was coming round, I had some of my team come to me and go, "Oh, do you realize what this is? Do you realize who he is?" I wasn't asked, and I'm still not bothered about it. Some people might think it was a mistake going on. Me, I thought it was a very, very fun experience. I've even texted him since saying that, I enjoyed making it, and the backlash I've received from it, I also enjoy that as well, because I've got, I can just rage bait people in my DMs, which I enjoy doing anyway.
I mean, look, as I was saying to you when we tried to start this, what you want to do with your life is entirely down to you. It's no impact on me whatsoever. The only interest I would have, a bit like Louis Theroux, is the influence that you wield over young men. And when I was watching the Netflix show, I was just curious what you want that influence to be. Right? Because your mother's in the show, and we'll come to quite an amusing clip where she talks about me, actually. She doesn't want you to do this interview, I think, was the bottom line. So you're defying your mother again, and we'll come to that. But your mother's, I was watching her, and I was watching you interact with them. I actually knew your father a bit back in the 90s. Victor Abugu, who was an England rugby player. Met him a few times, liked him. And we can come to that as well. And I'm just curious how somebody whose mum is like that, whose dad was like he was when I knew him, how somebody ends up thinking that the key to life, the joy of life, the satisfaction of life comes from rage baiting people in their DMs. Right.
Listen, I don't do it in my DMs, but I do enjoy every once in a while. I do enjoy a good old rage bait. Okay, that's what this is. Because people are saying that my videos are insufferable to watch, right? And that actually gave me motivation to make this video. When this news went across my page, I had to react to it for the haters. I had to do it. This entire video is rage bait. And I'm going to keep doing it. The more hate I get, the more I keep doing it. Because what are you going to do about it? Not a damn thing. Back to the video.
Other than something a little bit more, I hesitate to use words where your fan base will go, "Oh, shut up, granddad. You don't get it." But is there not more to life to be achieved than rage baiting morons in their DMs?
Okay, I'm glad you called them morons, because that is the idiots that I've attracted from the mainstream coverage with the documentary. But there's a lot more to life. For me, the main thing in life is making money, being healthy, and enjoying that money with my family and having great experiences. The experiences that I have now, since I've come back for Mother's Day, whatever, with my mum, in the last, 5-6 years since I've been on social media, have been great. And they're the things that I'll be looking back on when I'm 60, 70 years old. you know, the nice dinners, the nice weather, just the nice times that I've shared. So I don't think the beauty of life is rage baiting retards in my comments. But
But what,
Oh, you can't say that word. You can't say that word. TikTok taught me not to say that word, okay? You can't say that word, all right? I've been banned 8 times. 8 times in a row. It's taking me a while, but I'm finally learning not to say that word. Listen, I was in athletics, okay? We say stuff like that. It's what it is, man. But it took some professional corporate training for me to stop. I mean, actually, right now I'm still banned. I just got banned again, guys. I feel like that's like a badge of honor at this point. What do you guys think? To be banned off of TikTok, it's a badge of honor because only the real ones get banned off of there.
you know,
but
when I'm
what do you
sat there
want?
and
But
I've
what do you
got,
actually want your younger male followers to end up being like? It's a genuine question.
I
Because
would, okay,
in the Netflix show, what I saw was a guy who says, look, on the one hand, if I had a daughter who did OnlyFans, I'd disown her. And yet you are directly involved in promoting a load of women who are on OnlyFans, right?
you're a smart man, right? You wouldn't be in this position if you weren't a smart man. You can answer that question yourself. You know exactly why I'm promoting girls. I'm not even actively promoting any right now, but you know exactly
Right
why I'm
now.
doing it.
To
You don't
make
need
money.
to ask me that question.
To
There
make
you go.
money.
You ask. So why are you asking a question you already know?
No, I'm
It's
not.
a very, very easy
You're
answer.
missing my point, Harrison. I'm not disputing that you are making money, or you're perfectly entitled to. I'm just curious why you would want to send a message to young men you're trying to be influential over, to the extent where you want them to part with money to be like you. And on the one hand, your message is OnlyFans is awful. These girls that do it are awful. But on the other hand, you're making money promoting them. It's hypocritical.
Look, I think OnlyFans girls can do what they want. You know, I'm not bothered. It's the same way I think people can be gay if they want. I'm not bothered. When it comes into my family, where I have control over the situation, that's where I'll dictate what happens. So it's a very valid point that I don't want my daughter to be on OnlyFans. I don't want my daughter to be in the red light district in Amsterdam. But if I went to Amsterdam and I was walking down and I saw a Colombian 9 out of 10, would I go in and visit? Well, depends how many drinks I'd had that night. But that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with it or would like that girl to be my daughter or would raise my daughter like that. Makes perfect sense.
And if you had a son who turned out to be gay, you would disown him, you said.
No, my actual life ambition, right, genuinely since young, is to grow up, make money, retire my mum, meet a nice girl from a good family, then have a gay child who fucks other guys. That's what I want. So I genuinely want that. I also want him to go out on the weekend and put makeup on and dance around in gay strips.
Listen,
No, I want
I
that.
can hear your fan base cheering you on. I know what you're doing. It's the double down, treble down. In fact, I saw some of your posts on social media before you did this interview. I'm going to own everything. I'm going to double down. I'm going to play that game. Fuentes did that a bit with me. And you know what I think?
Do you know what, bro? There's not a game.
By the way, I'm not your bro, Harrison. Call me Piers. I'll call you.
What you don't want to be my bro?
I
You don't think we'll be
really want
friends?
to be. I don't really want to be your bro, mainly because I have 2 bros of my own. One of whom was an army colonel, and one of whom
Was Epstein. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. Wait, maybe. Maybe it was Epstein. I don't know.
is an excellent man as well. However, let me just ask you what you said in the documentary. You clearly actually would, by your own admission, disown a son who said they were gay. And yet your mother, you said...
That's sad. That is sad. I have no idea who this guy is, but I know that Piers is a cuck. But this dude, that's sad. That's sad. To disown your son over... That's sad, guy. Come on.
Hate people that are racist, sexist, homophobic, and so on. Why be so brazenly homophobic if your own mother, who you clearly love and respect and care about, if she's so against that, why would you be so happy to be brazenly homophobic?
I wouldn't say I'm homophobic.
You would disown a child for being gay. That's about as homophobic as it gets.
That's your opinion, and in my opinion, that's not homophobic.
It's a fact of what homophobia is.
Okay.
What do you think homophobia is?
I think homophobia
He's
would
just so
be
deadpan.
severely discriminating against gays, and I
Oh
think that,
no. Severely?
you know, maybe
That's in the
going around
definition?
and bullying them or whatever could be considered homophobic.
You don't think
I don't
disowning
really
your own
care what the
child would
definition
be
is.
bullying them because of their sexuality?
I'm not bullying them. I'm not bullying my
By
child.
disowning them,
It's not bullying.
what is it?
Definitely not bullying.
What would you call it? If you disown your own child for being gay, something they couldn't possibly
I'd
help.
call it good
Their natural
parenting. That's what
sexuality.
I'd call it. I'd call it good parenting.
Really?
There's
I
no
would
way
We have
call
he's
it-
different
serious.
beliefs. I don't care what your belief is. If you grow up,
Well,
okay,
no, we don't actually.
you
We
work your
both
whole
come from a
life.
belief. We both come from the same belief, which is we were brought up by mothers who did not share this view. So actually, we're very similar. It's just you've taken a weird.
I think this dude is being hyperbolic on purpose. I have no idea who he is, but I think he's being hyperbolic on purpose, right? And some of you are probably gonna be like, "No shit, Einstein." It's like right in front of your face. It's obvious. And what Piers Morgan does, whether I agree or disagree with the people he has on, that's beside the point. Piers Morgan always starts off the interviews pretending to be the good cop, and then slowly but surely he eats away at his interviewee, and he ends up trying to force them to go back on what they have said in the past. Because if they don't do that, then it gets to be confrontational. If they don't do that, if they double down, and I think that's what this dude's doing. He's just doubling down because he knows that Piers Morgan is gonna want him to retract his statements, and this guy doesn't want to do that. So, would he actually disown his child completely if they were gay? I don't know. But I think his language is hyperbolic on purpose because Piers Morgan likes a strong arm conversations. So
Where your mother, who hates homophobia, has got a son who actually thinks it's perfectly okay to say you would disown your own child.
I mean, he
your
looks like
own
he's about to
son,
smile.
if they said they were gay. And
Would you be happy if you raised your son and your son came out gay? Would you be happy, Piers? Would you be happy, Piers? If you had one child, one son,
care less.
you wouldn't care?
No.
Okay, then that's your beliefs. Me and you have totally different beliefs.
No, but the
And
only
I
thing
know
I'm
that you're
interested
trying
in is
to
why
double
you think
down on
your
this
belief.
point.
Yeah, but Harrison, why do you think your belief does not constitute homophobia?
Piers, we can all have a push and a shove. You might not agree with some of my points. I don't agree with some things that you do and the
That's
way
fine.
that you act.
That's fine.
And I don't need to go into them. But if you want me to, and you want this to turn into something that it doesn't need to be, then we can all have a push and a shove.
I'm genuinely interested in how you felt this Netflix show went and the things that Louis Theroux had you saying on camera. I'm genuinely curious what you think about the way people have responded to them. Honestly, that's all I care about. I'm not here to trap you. I'm not here to put words in your mouth. I'm not here to do any of that kind of thing. I'm very aware that your fan base, whatever happens between you and I, it doesn't matter. You will have owned me, killed me, crushed me, destroyed me. Let's just accept that's a given. Okay? That is how these interviews always go, whether it's Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, whoever.
Do you know what I don't like, Piers? Do you know what I don't like?
Gaines in a minute. It'll be the same thing. So I assume. Let me just tell your followers. Harrison HS Ticky Docky has owned me, beaten me, defeated me.
Okay, listen, I respect guys that have their own opinions, right? But I don't really respect you trying to come on and say, oh, I'm homophobic and try and really push that point when I wouldn't say I'm homophobic at all.
No, I understand that, but I'm curious why you don't think disowning a child for being gay is homophobic.
What I do with my children is up to me. What I do with my children is up to me.
Of course. Okay? Of course.
I don't agree with you going to Epstein's Island and having freak-offs with...
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of them. But I don't need to bring it up.
I've never been to Epstein's
this is about
Island.
Misogyny
just to be clear,
and everything like this.
Harrison,
okay?
Harrison,
okay, I don't agree with that,
just
sir.
To be clear, just to be clear,
freak-offs on the island.
Yes, nor do I. And
look at his face.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Do you want to keep doing this? You'll make yourself look very stupid.
Are you sure, Piers?
That I've never been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm 100% positive. I never met the man. Never went to his island. and met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch. If you've got any supplementary
Mentioned a lot of
questions for that,
times. You
no
mentioned a
problem.
lot of times in there,
Listen,
sir.
I have no problem. You're not. I don't think if I say
Yeah, he
this
just
very
happened to meet his
respectfully,
wife,
I
right?
don't think you're very.
All these people just happen to meet, you know, just for like a little photo up or something. Oh, but they never been to one of his ranches, right? They've never been to his island, but you know, everyone just happens to have run into him at least once or twice. Like everybody. God, it's like that one movie. What is it called? It's like a dystopian movie from the 80s. It's not Among Us because that's a video game. They Live. If y'all haven't watched that movie, go watch that. They Live. That's like this type shit. Every single person on TV.
well informed about things like that, or you wouldn't go there because it's.
Why are you in the files?
Why don't you check the 27 references to me in the files?
Why are you in the files, sir? Very close to these types of people.
Go and check. And all your followers, you can. The great thing about the Epstein files, you can put somebody's name in, and you can
like
see
to compare
everything that
me
comes up.
to Tate and
I've got
Myron
no
and everyone
problem
else.
discussing this,
So,
Harrison,
because my name is close to them in the manosphere. But if I compare you to Epstein and Maxwell, you have a clear problem with it.
I have no problem.
Sir, you compare me to Myron and all the others in this homophobic, misogynistic, whatever world. I'm comparing you to Epstein then, because you're in his files.
Harrison.
Exactly.
You're making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're name calling
to people
now.
like you, sir. I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy.
Oh,
a
shit!
Big black man who is cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir. Let's go back to talking about the documentary and less of the homophobia.
Do you know what? Here's what I think about you. I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot.
Oh!
I think you're a sexist,
He struck a chord. He's triggered.
misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
don't get rattled.
have a little laugh and everything else. But I don't see any point wasting. There's no point in wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No. Do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one up each other.
I don't
just
care
talk
about
to me
your silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally. Talk to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is fact. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old? A 2-year-old?
Oh,
listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right,
who's this?
Oh.
Applications are open.
All right, let's just
that's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Oh, shit. Oh, he just rage quitted. Piers Morgan just left his chair. Please like, comment, and subscribe, please. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the end of the video. Golly, the world of 2026, man. What can I say? Only thing left is Project Blue Balls. You know what I mean? Releasing the alien files next. Well, shit, we even finished finishing the Epstein files. They're still. What are they doing? They're putting out information, then taking it back, redacting crap, and the White House is thinking about releasing alien files. Like, bro, we haven't even finished the Epstein files, and you want to release the alien files too? Is everything gonna be a fucking distraction now? I'm just ranting.